it's a concerning situation, and I know people will see those scenes and want something to be done, more to be done. What I have done is firstly keep the current Home Secretary in place, because the plan she has implemented has started to make a difference. Although this is the peak period of the year for crossings, overall the number of crossings is down, the number of removals of people is up, so there is progress, but we both recognise that we need to do more. And I will make a visit very shortly to Border Force on the south coast to see the situation for myself, assess it, and then agree with the Home Secretary what further we need to do. We've made headway, but certainly more is needed. But obviously that's a matter for the Spanish government first and foremost, but it is a cause for concern, and we are making contact with the Spanish government, the Spanish authorities, to provide support, but also to understand the implications of that situation.
I'm really proud that Andy's chosen to come here today. Andy is somebody that I first met 25 years ago when I was an intern in Parliament. And he was the first politician I met who showed me that politicians can be normal. And they and they can be kind. And he inspired me to think that maybe I could one day go on and be a politician as well. So I'm afraid it's his fault that I'm here today. But look, that's why I'm so proud to be able to introduce him today, our new Prime Minister, Andy Burnham, who's going to talk to us about why and how devolution is going to transform this country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ollie. Good morning, everyone. Sunny Sheffield, I've never seen it so nice. Isn't this an amazing place that you've got here as well? Honestly, walking through the door straight away, you could just feel it. What a great welcoming place this is. I've never normally admitted that anyone outside of Greater Manchester has ever done anything better than Greater Manchester, but I think you might have managed it. You might have managed it here. Well done to you. Sheffield Hallam University. It's great, isn't it, that a university's involved on the ground supporting people and families as well. So credit to you and all of the partners, all of the community. And I think even the kids are better behaved here than Greater Manchester. They're noisier over there. So well, you're doing good work there, everybody. Well done, and you're nice and quiet. But it's a really significant day today. I'm joined by the Chancellor of the Exchequer behind, John Healey, obviously a South Yorkshire MP. I'm also joined by the first Secretary of State in the government, Louise Haigh, a local MP. So you can see that we're absolutely making sure that all places are now represented with a strong voice at the heart of government. And what we're announcing today is the biggest shift of power out of Whitehall and Westminster into all places across the UK and into every postcode. And that's what we need, because you've proved here that you know best. You've designed something for yourselves here and it works. I picked up just meeting people as we were working there with the pantry team. You know, it's obvious, isn't it? If you know the community, you know the people, then you can provide something that's better for them. And that's what we're trying to build across the country with this massive shift of power out of Westminster. You've probably seen in the news that we're going to make a radical change, and Chancellors often don't like anybody doing things that are radical on tax, but John knows as a Rotherham MP exactly what is needed to get growth going in all parts of the community. What we're doing is giving places an incentive to get more growth and then keep more of the tax that comes from that growth, the income tax, the business rates, and for me this is what will give Oliver everything he needs now to drive all of the change that he's made. I thought it was a brilliant thing that he did, a brave thing when he put your tram back under public control. I think I'm right in saying you reduced the fares and passenger numbers are up. That's what it means in practice. If you control the things that matter to people in Sheffield, if people here holding Oliver to account but saying, right, we want things to be cheaper, that is the difference that devolution can make. And you were just telling me you're following I'm going to I have to say, you're following the lead of Greater Manchester in putting buses under public control. You were first with the tram, I think, if I remember in the old days. But in doing that, you're going to reduce fares for young people, aren't you, across the Sheffield city region, South Yorkshire, and that again is what this is all about today. We're just going to go much further. And Lou has driven a real change in her role across Whitehall, getting all of the departments, no longer fighting the mayors and no longer fighting local places, but we've said to them all as we've come in as a new team saying, no, you've got to get behind the places now. All of Whitehall needs to back Sheffield, Rotherham, Barnsley, everywhere else across the country, and then get things happening in those places that people in other places take for granted. So the devolution of employment support, helping people back to work, but doing it in a way that's right for you here in South Yorkshire. That's what we're announcing today. Much more control over housing so that you can build the homes that people actually need. More council homes, more social rent homes. They are needed everywhere, but you will know how many of those you need and where you need them, and that's why we're going to give you the powers to make those changes. Powers over transport, getting the trains under local public control as well, Oliver. That's something that is open to you as well. So, yeah, it's a big change and it's a good day. I feel really proud to be standing here as the new Prime Minister announcing this. I came from a sort of similar, if you like, journey as many people here, frustrated that parts of the country didn't get the same treatment as some of the wealthier parts of the country. And what brought me into politics was like a determination to make sure, you know, wherever you are, wherever you live in this postcode, wherever you live in this country, the postcode of where you live or where you were born doesn't actually determine what your life should be like. That's what I'm on a mission to change. You know, no kid here born in any of these streets around here should have a kind of harder life or fewer life chances than anyone born anywhere else. And that's what this is all about. So thank you for letting us come and visit. Thank you for being so quiet when I was speaking, and you know, very, very good. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for welcoming me into this amazing place. Jill, thank you to you as local MP for being with us as well today. And this is a day when all of the forgotten places across Britain, and there are many of them, this is a day when they can all feel heard today, and they can feel empowered today, and they can know from today that they'll have more in their hands to go out there and do more to lift their places up. And that's what this is all about, and that's why I'm so proud to be standing in front of you today to announce that. Thank you very much, everybody.